Peace. Welcome back again to Mikey Ice, aka Beyond the VHS. I have a special guest today, goes by the name of Wurm from the Jive Turkey's crew, and we're going to be talking about some VHS history and some breaking history. Yo, what's going on, Studs? How you doing, though, bro? So, yo, Worm, if you can request to join the video again. Alright. What? It says unable to join. That's crazy. I don't know why it's saying that. Okay. You there? Alright, let me
Yo,
see. Something's going on with my headphones, bro.
what's
What's
up,
going on,
Mikey?
bro? Give me one second. We gonna
Nothing
get
much,
this right.
man.
We gonna get this right. No, no,
All right, you want me
no,
to hit you
no.
again?
We got it. Let me see.
You got it? Let me see if I can prop this up.
Okay. This should be done.
Yeah, I like your hat, man.
Can you can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ooh, there we go.
You
Yo,
living, bro?
what's going on, brother? Nice to see you though, man.
Dude, nice to see you, bro. It's been a long time coming,
Yeah,
man.
bro, I just want to say thank you for doing this because we've been talking about this for a while, and I was just yo, I got to hear your story though, bro, because I did Mondo, I did a lot of people from Texas though. I did Omar from your crew too, Jive,
Yep,
and
yep.
yeah,
That's my
bro.
brother right there,
So
man.
can you introduce yourself to let everybody know who you are that's watching?
All right, so B-Boy Worm, from San Antonio, Texas. Jive Turkeys, you know what I mean? Like that's my crew, it's my family, man, and we just did our thing around Texas. Got to fly overseas a few times. Shout out to Ronnie, Ben, Machine. Let's see who else was there that day. Keeves, man, my people, man, just came up with a whole bunch of really, really good people,
Well,
man. Like all the people you just named, like Mondo, solid guy, man. Omar, that's my brother, man. Just a lot of good people around Texas,
that's
man.
dope, though, bro. So can you tell me how did you get the name Worm and you spell it like WURM? Like what made you spell it that way?
Cause I didn't like realistically, I didn't like the way the O looked. Cause my boy wrote it off for me because I can't do that, right? But he wrote it off for
Hmm.
me one time, and I didn't like the way the O looked. And he was like, "Well, you could throw a U in there, and it's like almost the same thing." And the way I got the name Worm, so I was an Alien Squad originally from San Antonio, right, with
Oh,
Blitz and
okay.
everybody. And yeah, that's how originally I got down, man. I used to just like break, and then before you know it, I had a whole bunch of boys in San Antonio that would break, and I started getting down with them, and before you know it, man, like we kind of like grew a little following. Then we ended up getting linked up with Alien Squad San
Mm.
Antonio. Then we linked up with Blitz and Dizzy, JP. Just like we linked up with all them and started battling around Texas. I didn't know the scale of things. Like I always saw the videos, but I never saw the scale of things until actually we went out like to California and we did freestyle session with Alien
Mm.
Squad. So I was in like the freestyle session, like intro, like it was a circle battle. It was like Texas versus everybody there. Man, Marlon was there, and there's a part in the video I do like a almost like a kick over my
Yeah,
head into like a
bro,
head
I seen
spin.
that.
Yeah. So it was a circle battle actually, man, and that was a good time. So then that's when I saw the scale of things, and before you know it, man, it just shot off from there. I was like, man, this is cool. I love this, man. I like doing this, and just kept doing it. And before you know it, from there, had a little bit of riff with Alien Squad, but it's all petty stuff, man. As we know as adults, like a lot of the b-boy stuff, mad petty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like just dumb stuff. You know what I mean? But like it's crazy because like all the little beefs you have or like little petty stuff, like you talk to the people as adults and you see you have a lot more in common than you realize, like than you think at the time, and you let it go, and before you know, like man, some of my closest friends are like like let's say Rudy
Hmm.
Rex, right? Like when I was coming up, like that's who I wanted to be. Like Rudy was dope, man. Like Rudy had a style that was different. It wasn't like power moves. 'Cause I couldn't do power moves. I
Right.
could do a little bit, right? But in Texas, it's kind of weird. Everybody who got the props got it from doing power moves. But then we saw Havoc Coral, and I saw Rudy Rex, and like I dug that he didn't have to do all the crazy stuff to get the same amount of props that everybody
Mm.
else got. And you can feel him too, like he had a certain like he would attack the floor. So and from going from them, it's like I always wanted to be like him, or at one time or another. Of course, we were all competitive, be better than him, right? But now it's like I don't even care about that, man. I just admire who he was at the moment and what he did for me. And we talk, and I actually talk to him a lot, man. Like we do jiu-jitsu now. Well, I do
Okay.
jiu-jitsu. My whole family does. And one of the people who actually like really like kind of like, hey, you can do this was Rudy Rex. And like, dude, we talk all the time, man. Like that's my boy, man. Like going back to like that stuff was petty back then, man. It's like, oh my god, like really,
Yeah, bro.
like fighting about a move that we thought we made up. Like we're the only people that live out in the world that we made this move up. Like for real.
Hmm. Isn't that crazy though?
And you
Right.
know it's been done
Isn't
before.
that crazy how like when you get older and you look back at your younger self and it's like you're fighting over the word biting.
Oh my god, man. Oh, sometimes like I just hope like because like my kids know
Right.
nothing about me dancing at all. Like they know a little bit, but they don't know a lot, right? And that's one of the things that I'm like, I don't want them to see that portion because you know it's all an act. You know, all the posturing and everything else. It's all
It
an
is,
act,
huh?
bro. It's like who you want people to think that. Like it's like, am I a better actor than you at the time? Like, don't get me wrong. There's some people out there that are really about that shit, but at the same time, for the most part, about 99.9%, it's all an act, man. It's all an act. It's like battle
Yeah.
rapping, right? Um, you know, you have this persona, but like, are you really that guy? You got a gun so big, like really? And it's the same thing with b-boy. That's just hip hop in
Hmm.
general, right? So I just hope that like when my kids see that, it's kind of embarrassing sometimes. But at the same time, I mean, that's who you were at the moment, man. It's just like, you know, like the whole like getting in people's face. I'm like, I guess as an adult and as a father now, I'm like, I don't want my son doing
Right.
that, man. Come on, man. You know better than that. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? But I mean, that's part of hip hop, man. It is what it is,
Yeah.
man.
So who came up with the name Jive Turkeys? The reason why I'm asking that is because back in the day, black people always used to use the word jive. They'd be like, "Man, you ain't nothing but a jive ass turkey."
Yeah.
Jive
Yeah.
turkey. It's
So,
like an old school
yeah,
slang
see,
word that black people used to use, like
yeah,
you jive turkey.
yeah. So, I know that, and the way we so here all right, you want to hear some shit. I was inherited in the crew by them one, so they really wanted Flo because Flo was the man back then, bro. So he was the bro. Shout out to my brother Flo, man. Like that's my
Yeah.
boy right there, dog. Like me and him are like brothers, man. And if any of y'all like want to send some prayers and positive energy to Flo, man, do so, man, because his family, my family, might get too into it, but they're going through some things, and they can
Okay.
use that positive energy, all right? So yeah, if you can, man, because that's my brother, man. Like we like, bro, like we came up together. And anyways, like long story short, we were free agents from Alien Squad, and they wanted Flo, and they're like, Flo was like, this how you know my brother like, you want me, you got to get him too, and that's how we got down. Like, but like, cause it would have been vice versa. Like, let's say if another crew like scouted me, like, there's no way I'm getting in that crew because that's my brother right there. He's gonna come with me. So that's how that
Right.
went down. Like so, tons of props, and that's how I know you.
I
It's
was
through
gonna say
Flow.
that, but I wanted you
You already know. You already know. Like you know how we know
tell me
you, man.
about it.
And it's so crazy. So like back in the day, right? We didn't have like YouTube, Instagram, any of that shit, right? We had real VHS tapes,
Woo!
and most of the time you got a copy of a copy of a copy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing was, we got it from you, and you were the plug. You were the guy that got the shit directly to us. And I remember going to his house. Bro, he was like, bro, I got goosebumps. I got this video. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You ain't got this video. And he was like, yeah, I did. I think it was Lords of the Floor or something like that. Before Lords of the I don't know if you get in any kind of trouble, but you had Lords of the Floor. So he's like, bro, you gotta see, because at this point there's like message boards of the rumblings of the epic battles that happened at that jam, right? So we're like, oh, I don't know how to drive, bro. I don't know how to drive. I might know how to
Hmm.
drive, but I can't drive stick, right? Bro, I drove my brother's car stick, grinding that shit all the way over there in slow stop. Because I wanted to see that footage so bad, right? And I still didn't believe he had it. I thought it was a prank. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got this shit. I'm like, if he don't have this shit, I'm going to be so mad because I'm grinding the fuck out of these gears, like all
Right.
fucked up, right? I get there. It takes me like 2 hours to get there. And this motherfucker has lowered to the floor before anybody else has it, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? And got to see all the epic battles, dog. We got to see Roland, you know what I'm saying? We got to see Headhunters, Natron. I give them props because they were the first battle that he put on, right? Was Roland and Natron in them. And I was like, damn, that's them right there. And you know, if you want to talk about that, we could talk about that. There's kind of a little rivalry between us and stuff like that. But I saw them and I was amazed by them because I was like, man, they're fucking dope, you know? And then so anyways, long story short, he has that footage. But on top of that, you added some extra shit on top of it. That's some like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, where'd you get this? He's like, Mikey Ice, my boy, dog. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, dog. And and that's how I know you. That's how I know who
Thank
you
you,
are.
though. I appreciate that, Worm, because that's the truth, though, bro. Like back in those days, I wanted to hook him up, but then I was like, let me throw in some extra footage because I really wanted you guys. I was really trying to show like that love beyond love because I knew like we was all gonna get older, and I know like when you get older, like you start appreciating, the things that was given to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to be remembered for, though. I've always wanted to be remembered as like when my name come up, it's like everybody has a dope ass story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not
Yeah,
the
no,
only
no,
one though,
you're
bro.
right,
Like
man.
I've done like 5 or 6 other interviews and my name keeps coming up like Mike, yeah, still, bro. Like you're the one with the tapes, you're the one with the tapes. And I know a lot of people give Korean rock credit, but I'm like, bro, he's after me though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the
Yeah, yeah.
original.
But here's the thing, bro. Like, there's space for both
Hmm.
of y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, real ones
Yeah.
know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get me wrong. He gives me props, right, and everything. But at the end of the day, if I had to tell my story, I'm gonna tell it accordingly. And accordingly is like I knew you because you were blessing us with footage. Like, dude, like, and you know, like the way like later in my career, like when I started taking it, like
Hmm.
okay, so like before I stopped, I was like I was scratching the surface of what I was gonna be. Like I wouldn't even say I was a full b
Okay.
boy yet. Like I was becoming the b boy that I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Before I stopped, and I used to treat it like an athlete, bro. Like I used to study tape and you look at tendencies. Like what does this person do when something crazy goes off? Does he try extra hard, end up messing up? How many times has he messed up in those moments? Is he clutch in those moments? So you gotta like
Hmm.
analyze that stuff and real talk. So you blessing me with that footage better prepared us to understand who's out there and what is, and not just that, it elevates our game, right? Like you always like you know, oh man, that dude did that one time, you ain't done that yet, because that's how we would push each other in training. You know what I'm saying? Especially like Omar, Flo, like dude, we used to battle each other like straight up. Like Omar has a lot of footage of us battling each other with the fake posture and both like you know what I mean, like but really into it like that, like. And there were some epic battles, man. Man, we used to crew battle all the time, man. Some of the best battles I've ever been in is like crew versus crew.
Okay.
Like, oh, hey, yeah. I mean, it would happen organically. We'd be training before you know it, someone do something dope, someone else do something else dope, and because you did something dope and you got a better reaction from your peers, then you get like extra, like, okay, well, I'm gonna do. Before you know it, a full crew battle will be going on. Those are some of the best battles I've ever been in my life, man. Some of the most amazing things I ever pulled off was doing during those times,
Okay.
man. Like
Yeah,
crazy stuff. And you know what? Omar has that
I
footage.
just
That's all
wanted
I'm gonna say.
to let somebody know on here stunts though, because he's thinking that you're saying flow from Flow Master, but it's flow, FLO, not FLOW. Because flow and Flow Master, he's thinking that
No, Flo's
yeah,
from
yeah,
Jive
yeah,
Turkey.
but it's
Flo.
flow.
FLO. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That boy Flo. Stunts knows who he is. He used to get down with us over there at YA. Shout outs to YA, Youth
Yo,
Advocates. You
this
know
is a
what's up?
different stunts from Canada. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a different stunts.
Oh, see, I thought it was stunts. Like, I'm like, stunts, yo, what's up,
Yeah,
man? You
but this
know, you know who
exa
Flo is? We battled
it's
together.
crazy though. Like it's crazy because he spelled his name STUNTZ stunts.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
stunt is
yeah.
just stunt and it's just like STUNT, like stunt,
Shout out
yeah,
to
stunt
Stuntman,
man.
dog. Bro, man, shout out to Stuntman, dog. That's that man, bro. And shout out to whoever the stunts with the
Right,
Z
right,
is.
right, right, right.
What up, man?
So you know what was crazy though, bro? I remember when I first got the Jive Turkey Sucks VHS. I thought it
Yeah.
was a crazy shit because you guys were like what was it with PD Pablo?
Oh my God, dude. Shout out to Petey Pablo, bro. That dude's my man. It's another guy from Austin, Texas, man. Yeah, that guy's that was all organic. That was all one take. One take. It wasn't like, bro, like even I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what the hell is he doing, dog? And he ran with that shit, dude. He drove up in the boomeroo and everything, man. Like that dude was like in character, bro, the whole time, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Like just like it was so crazy,
When I would
dude.
watch that on tape though, dude, and when he was like, "Yo, this is my crib," he was like, "This is." I was just like, "Yo, these dudes are just wilding out." It was like a Latino version of Cribs,
Oh my God,
but
dude, this shit was awesome,
but
dude. This shit
it
was
was
straight
fun.
up
But I could
legit.
tell that you guys was inspired by Style Elements because Style Elements they were doing the same thing,
How could you not be inspired by them? Like for real, it's like you if you were a b-boy coming up, how could you not be? If you said you were not inspired by style elements, like you got a chip on your shoulders, you need to let off, man, because everyone was inspired by style elements. It's like saying you're not inspired by Easy Rock, man. You're not saying you're inspired by Ken Swift. Like style elements are and still are those guys. Like you can't
right?
deny that, man. Like looking at their videos and looking at how they put things together is
Even the
like
skits, even the
that was the core
right,
thing of the
even the
crew.
skits.
Even the skits,
Hmm.
yeah. That how can you not say that? Like those guys are the guys, man. Like much love to those guys, man, because they're still doing it, man. Looking at Remind's videos still, like when you post those things of Remind, I'm like, that wasn't that long ago. And he was still killing it like that.
That dude, though, even though when I watch his videos, though, like he still shocks me though, bro, because he's so flexible, he's so fluent that he doesn't look like he's aging, like when it comes to breaking. Because after a while, certain
It,
people you can tell
yeah,
they start
no, I
slowing
get
down
it.
because they're getting older.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like, I think like the fact that he's always been
Hmm.
active, like even not competing, he's always
Hmm.
been active. Like there's never been a jam I went to, like no matter where it was at, and Remind was in the building, like he didn't kill the circle. Like he laid it all out there. Like that dude has like a real loving passion for b-boying and he never stopped. So like people like who do jiu-jitsu, right? Like so like I related to that in terms of like if I show you a video of me, like, or a picture of me, like, let's
Hmm.
say 4 years ago, right? Bro, I'm like 175 pounds, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel I can even if I wanted to break, like, I probably would hurt myself because of the way my
Right.
body feels, right? I lost. I went to from 175 to 135 now doing
Damn.
jujitsu, right? And jujitsu is very taxing, bro. You're manipulating body parts and everything, right? But I feel stronger, younger, faster now that I'm more active. And what happens is a lot of people like they get they're active, but I don't think they're like active like
Yeah.
Remind active that can still go out there and just wreck a circle. And but I say that to say that now that I'm in the best shape of my life, it's possible to do so if you're really, really active like that, which Remind is
Hmm.
that's that guy, man.
That's crazy though, man. Thank you for sharing that though, Worm. So let me ask you, how do you feel about the b-boy scene today? Not knowing that you,
I
what year
mean,
did you start?
I would say so. I did freestyle session 2000, probably about 2 years before that,
97?
uh, about 97.
97
Yeah,
was a good year.
yeah, 96, 97. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we started off because I first video I ever saw. I know you posted it the last time, but it was Overflow, Easy Rock.
Oh, I
Right,
love that video.
that's the first man. And then from there, I at the end he had that snippet of the video of the Battle of the Year stuff, and I was like, I have to find out what that video is, and then we ended up getting Battle of the Year, watching Battle of the Year, inspired by Thunder, who's the guy that I was like, yo man, that guy's different, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that guy was different, man. And probably be told, I mean, truth be told, like I used to do that sliding Mickey to like coin drop 360 stuff like that. I mean, Thunder, man. I saw him do it, but I just put my
I
thing
could
on it.
tell
You know what I mean?
Marlon was
Like it was,
inspired by Thunder
you
though
know,
too.
yeah. Hey, my dogs are kind of tripping right
No,
now, so I apologize for that. I got
okay.
three dogs. They're over here like trying to bark at
But
everything that
I
moves
could
right
tell
now.
Marlon was inspired by Thunder because Marlon kept doing that coin drop, the coin drop, the coin drop, the coin drop. And that was Thunder because he did it in Battle
I
Year 95. But Marlon just did it like he did it
I'll
like in
say
a
like
circle, like a big ass circle.
yeah. Here's one thing I'll say about Marlon, who like shout out to Marlon, man, doing his thing and everything is like So me and Marlon used to be like we're close, like
Okay.
we're close, right? So like I think that's what brought us like kind of gravitated us together because I probably was inspired by Thunder and he probably was inspired by Thunder, so it kind of made us like almost like similar moves,
Mm-hmm.
like similar styles, because like ultimately your brain's gonna go a certain way of what you like, and that can kind of like lead to like a real life algorithm of like who you're gonna
Mm.
dance like or who you're gonna almost kind of like you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I could see that. I could see that. Like I've never had that
Mm-hmm.
conversation with him to say like because we're pretty close. Like well, we were pretty close. Like that's still my brother and stuff. But like of
Right.
course we get older, we don't talk that much. But before coming up, he was the guy that really kind of pushed me to be like,
Mm-hmm.
man, dude, like that dude's good. Going back to the Rudy Rex thing, right? Like that dude's good, but one day I want to be better than him. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Stuff like that.
You know what?
But yeah, we had like
Right.
similar
You know what,
styles.
Worm? What I want to share with you though too, like my new concept is called Beyond the VHS, and I just want to let you know where I got that idea from. It was from Tells. Me and Tells was on the phone, and we was talking, and I was like, "Yo, man, I want to do this interview with you, but I just want to tell the stories, like beyond the VHS." And he was like, "You should use that," and I was like, "Yo, that sounds like a dope name." And the reason why I want to use that concept is because I want to dig deep into the deep into our stories and start telling them how they
Hmm.
really should be told though, bro, because I feel like a lot of the b-boy stories that we're sharing, even the ones that you just shared about flow, like you don't really hear that in today's interviews when the b-boys talk though. It's like uh it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying, like let's talk about some real shit though, bro.
Yeah, no, I think what that comes down, man, is they're still in that posturing mode of who they want everyone to perceive
Hmm.
them to be. You know what I mean? Like that's being
Yeah.
real, man. Like they want to keep the persona at all times. You know what I
But
mean? Like even if you're so like they're not really gonna open up too much because it's like like maybe they're not comfortable opening up too
right.
much yet. Give
Yeah,
them some
and
time.
then on top of that, like most of the people that are joining interviews, like the younger guys, like they don't have like 20 years under their belt to start to talk about these real stories because like even the stories with I remember when Machine first joined Jive Turkeys, oh bro, and it's like a lot of people don't remember that.
It was a collab, man. Shout out to Abe. Shout out to Abe, bro. Shout out to my brother Karma, dog. That's my brother
Chad,
right there, man.
Chad is
Marcus,
Karma.
uh, Chad,
Hmm.
that's my brother, man. That's my brother, man. Chad, yeah. Shout out to Chad, man. Like, um, so like,
So
we
let
linked
me
up
ask
with
you, so
them, and
Did Jive become a part of no, did Flex become a part of Jive Turkeys?
it was like they like Abe had like this master plan to like kind of slowly recruit us. You know what I'm saying? And he did. And we kind of like just like did like a collab from Arizona. Like we should link up, and you know how Abe does this thing. Like Abe is always on some like military mind shit. And it was so funny. He was like, "You're gonna love Karma," because I like to talk. Karma likes to talk, so we linked up and we were cool and shit. And we just vibe with them, man. They were good people, man. And we just linked up with them, and then a Machine actually moved to
Oh,
Dallas
he
for a little
did.
while,
Okay.
and yeah. Machine moved for Dallas. Shout out to Machine, man. That's my brother right there too, man. He moved to Dallas for a little while with the crew, and they got really cool. And that's where they did the whole Halo thing is because they used to like all work at
What?
GameStop, and like they, yeah. I don't know if Machine ever worked there, but I know Machine was
Okay.
chilling there. And yeah, man. And Flo was living down there in Dallas, and this is like they all kind of like had like this house, right? And then they would train almost like a semi circle of fire
Okay.
type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they lived in this house and they would train all the time in an apartment too. They had an apartment. So there was like two different spots that they were kind of like going back and forth from. But they would like really like train like really hard and Machine was out there and that's how we got cool with Jeff, man. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? Like you know what I'm saying? That's about and anyways, long story short, we hooked up with them and then that's how we got down with Zulu Kings and that was that chapter of the
Oh,
story
yeah. You were
and of
down with
course
Zulu
like
Kings too?
oh yeah, we were down with Zulu Kings too, man. Like we were the first in Texas to be officially down with Zulu Kings, and shout out to LNS and all the Zulu fam, man. Look, I don't really know what's going on with all that right now, but I'm just saying from this is me
Right.
speaking from at this point, who they were to us and how they inspired us and how they inspired the culture in general. Like you had no other choice but to be like man, I'm humbled at the same time. I'm flattered like that you'd want us to be part of that crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we repped it, man. And that's how Omar, like, kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
Omar's a soldier, man. Yeah, yeah. So it went from that to Omar kind of repping and building the family and the fan base and that he has over there with MZK, and which is like, much love to all them, man. Those are good people too, man. And it's so crazy because like every time we would link up with them, and no matter who it would be, they were always fan, man, and it was cool, and that's how that chapter of Jive Turkey, my story, kind of happened, we kind of evolved
Right.
from there. Then we all got older, and that had the stuff, that part of the story too. You know what I'm saying? We all kind of moved our own
So
separate ways.
is Jive Turkey still an active crew today, or is that just something of the past?
It, it's more like a family. You know what I'm saying? Like we're a family, and there's some people that rep it and do their thing, man. It's like we check on each other and stuff like that. Like it could
Hmm.
be better. You know what I mean? But we're all adults, man. We got things going on, man. And it's not that I don't want to. Is that
You grew up.
I got other things going
Yeah, you
on.
just
At the
grew up
time.
though.
Yeah, we all grow up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I got 3 kids, man. I got a 15-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and it's just we all do different things. You know what I
And
mean? But at the same time, we're still my family,
when you
man.
started first having kids, was this after you kind of slowed down with breaking, or when you were breaking as you started at the
It was,
beginning of your
it
family?
was after. It
It
was
was
after.
after. What
No, it
made
was after I started
you?
slowing down. Yeah, I had some
What made
personal things going
you
on,
want to?
man, and
I'm sorry.
it
Hmm.
wasn't there. It wasn't there the way I wanted it to be. It wasn't. It was like it was different before, man. It was like I was going through some like
Right.
personal stuff, and it just wasn't. It didn't like when I hit the floor. I kind of like get this vibration through my body, like, oh man, this is legit. Like this is where I'm supposed to be doing. This is my path, or what have you. But when I would go, I had so many things that I was so distracted by that once again going back and scratching the surface of like I was going to be really good, and be the b-boy that I wanted to be. I had to treat it like I was an athlete, treat my body
Hmm.
right, training a hella amount of time, putting a lot of thought into situations in terms of like, okay, let's say a song like this comes on. Like I thought about
Right.
all that stuff, man. Like everything. I had drills and everything, and so with that being said, man, I couldn't dedicate myself to it like that. So I ended up just
Oh.
just just like really not like, what I'm saying. Like it was just and I had too many distractions, and then in doing that, I found the love of my life, my wife, which is like really kind of took me from a bad place to like, yo, you could still be okay. Like we can do this together, and that's how we kind of formed our family and went from there, man. But that's why I tell you, like my kids have no clue about me, like how good I
Oh.
was. Well, I mean, I thought, I mean, I was alright. Like they had no clue. Like, and it's crazy because like a lot of people in San Antonio, I'll be out with my kids and they'll come to, oh, what's up, Wurm? Let's say, man. And then they'll talk to my kids. Yeah, your dad was a good dancer. They're like, you used to dance? Like, I'm like, yeah, I used to get down a little bit. I did a little this and that,
So you don't really practice at all?
Nah, man. Like, I mean, like sometimes, like when I'm playing around at the gym after like jujitsu and stuff, like I like do like, it's crazy. I do like a head backflip. Like, what the hell? Do like some babies, like you know what I mean? Like, so I could do it if I want to, but it's like, man, it's
Just a
like,
different path in life, huh?
yeah, yeah. It's just different, man. Jujitsu, it got me healthy again, but I think if I really really put my mind to it, like I could, man. I still like have the mind
Hmm.
for it. It's just so much of like, yeah, a lot of times when people take breaks off, what happens is like they have the mind for it, but their body's not
That's
right, and they end up like getting hurt, discouraged, right? Because like they go out there and they think they're gonna do something that they normally would do, they get hurt, and before you know, they're discouraged. They're like, man, that's why I shouldn't be doing this anyways. And before you know it, they don't come back.
boom.
You know what I mean?
There it is. You nailed it. You nailed it though, bro. That's right on the
Yeah,
money
yeah.
though. So what do you think about the scene today? Have you seen B-Boy City? Have you seen any the
The, look, man, shout out to everybody that's doing it right now. But the only thing that it kind of freaks me out is that I don't, I don't know what's going on because like I'm so much out of the scene. But like the music, I'm
I
like,
know.
like, is it because of all this YouTube
That's what
stuff and
it
stuff
is
like
though,
that they can't
bro.
do
It's
it? Or
it's like
oh man,
it's the
that
copyright
hurts.
infringements that YouTube I guess something about with the streaming though, like I guess if they play original breaks that the YouTube channel is probably gonna catch like a strike or something though, bro. So they tend to like use these
That
crazy breaks
sucks.
though, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's like I think the nostalgia of looking at older footage, even current footage or whatever is like hearing a certain song and what that person it was gonna do with that song at that
Hmm.
moment. And if you knew the career, you knew if it was on the spot or if you knew if it was something that may have been planned. And I think the excitement of that is a little lost for me because I don't understand the music. So like when you hear certain songs that would just make you like I said, that vibration, that move, like, you be at a jam and the first song with the first battle, first song, boom, and you're like, oh my God. And you knew there was gonna be a different like vibe from a different dancer at that moment. And to me, I just don't get that right
Hmm.
now. Like that's the only thing. But if I kind of like if I look at the moves and I'm like, okay, I see you, I see where you're going. Like but there's some people that still got it though, bro. You can see it in their soul that like
Rock's
that dude's
right.
got it, man. And that's crazy. 'Cause I like looking at bro, you can't even, man. That dude is,
Can I
oof,
tell you a
man.
story about this
Looking
though,
at,
Worm? Rock's right back in
yeah,
like I think it was 96 or 97. My jam, they call him the general. Like he's won 100 contests like under his solo career as being a b-boy for the last 28 years though. But the
but it, is it
Yeah,
more than
it's
that
more than
by
that.
now?
But I just wanted to
Oh yeah,
share his
yeah, I
first
got you.
official win outside of like his city, which was Santa Rosa, was my jam. I was the
Get out of here.
first, and then after that,
What
it
jam was
became
it? What
huh
was the name of the
back
what
in
was
the
the name of the
days.
jam?
It was
You know,
called Back
yeah,
in
what
the
was it?
Days. So it was like
What?
back in the days. Like when you get days, like oh, I feel dizzy.
I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. Yeah, Daisy. Yeah,
So
I got
like
you.
so under his 100 and some wins, like I'm the first one. That
That's
makes
crazy,
me proud
dog.
though, bro. He says it even on video. He says you were the first person that when I left my town and I started my journey from my 100 wins is yours. It's Mikey Ice, and I'm thinking like, thank you though, bro. Like thank you for saying that.
History, bro. Like history, man. Like you gotta kind of always like know that no one can ever take certain things away from you. That being one of them. Like that's
Yeah,
that's dope,
I
man.
feel proud though, Worm. To be honest with you though, man. Like I love other things in life though, but from the time that you first met me and even before that, I've always loved breaking though, bro. I didn't think that it was gonna be where it was at. I thought it was just something that we just did in the neighborhood as just kids though. I
Yeah.
started breaking when I was 13.
What year was that?
I was a little kid though, bro. Like that was in the 80s.
So like you were there like when it
Yeah,
started in the West Coast.
exactly.
Then damn, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Cause like me, the way I got introduced to it. Like you ever watch Def
Yeah,
Comedy Jam?
yeah.
Remember the
Hmm.
dances at the end? And every now and then someone would do like a little b-boy move. Like all the other dances were dope, but I was like, man, that right there is like that's cool. I want to try
Storm
something like
came
that,
out
and
and
then I
won
would
though,
try it, and
bro.
I just picked it up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Storm came out on Def Comedy Jam, bro. I think it was like 1991.
That's
And I seen him.
crazy.
I seen all the brothers that were doing hip hop. And then Storm came out and he started drilling head spins. And when I seen that, I thought to myself, like, ain't nobody really breaking no more. So I just kind of like just brushed it off. Like, I don't know why this guy's spinning on his head. Like, nobody even breaks anymore. But yeah,
Yeah.
Storm was breaking when breaking wasn't even really cool. At least here in the States.
Damn. So for you, you've been through it. Like you've been through it with.
The
Yeah,
80s,
that's
the
crazy,
90s,
man.
and the 2000s.
That's crazy, man. So let me flip it on you. How do you feel about the culture now,
Um,
or the
you know
kids
what? I'm
you
not
see?
gonna lie, I keep it real with you though, bro. Like, I'm the type of brother that's like, I like it for the simple fact that I could never be a hater because I put too much into it. Even you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I got you.
yeah.
There's no
Even
reason
if
to
I
hate. Yeah,
don't
it's like
like it,
whatever.
even if I don't like, like it's being called a sport or or the kids or I see a lot of kids doing like a lot of stuff on their wrists, which me, Vietnam, Poe, and a lot of people like we kind of start pushing on that, and I see it today. You know what I'm saying? And like I look at it and I think to myself like I just love breaking though, bro. You'll never catch me as being one of those dudes like, oh yeah, this
No,
old
man.
school Mikey Ice. He's hating on the new generation. I love the new generation though, bro, because the new
Yeah,
generation, like they know who I am. Literally, they
yeah.
know who I am, bro. I went to freestyle session. I walked in the door. every person I usually passed, though, they looked at me and gave me a head nod, though, bro. Like everybody knew what was up, and this is like the new generation of like b-boys. So for me, I felt proud that at least I got the respect, and I didn't even
Yeah.
break that night. I didn't even
No, I
break
mean,
that night,
like,
though, bro. I was just walking
yeah,
around,
yeah. But
getting video footage, and I remember some dude walked over to me. He was like, he seen some dudes rocking, rocking a beat, and he's like, "Yeah,
that's your
exactly."
thing, man.
Comes over to me. He's all, "Mikey." I said, "What's up?" He's all, they're not doing it right," and I said, "I know what's up, though, bro." But I said they're young though, and I get it. Like, but he was like, "You should show
Yeah,
them how it's really done." And I said, "No, just let them enjoy their moment, though. I'm not to come
yeah,
over the dude and
yeah,
pour the
yeah.
water on their head, like, yo, you guys are not doing it right." I never been that guy. I was just on the sidelines. I'll be watching, and then when they would look up after they did their top rock, and you can tell they'll just give me the head nod, like, "Oh shit, like Mikey's
Well, yeah,
here."
like that's the way to do it, though. You know what I mean? Like you don't gotta like crush somebody to bring them up. Like how much more inspiring to that person you're gonna be if you rock the circle with
Mm-hmm.
them, and like let's say before you enter or leave the circle, you acknowledge them, whether it's like a fist bump or a deuce or whatever. If you acknowledge them, that's gonna make them up their game. Is like, yo, I know who that is, and now he knows who I am.
Exactly.
So the next time he sees me, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, like that's just how it was, man.
Yeah, you're right though, and I take that attitude. And let me ask you that now that it's going to Paris and it's going to be like an Olympic sport, like, do you have a point of view on that? Like, what's your opinion?
Man, I'm just happy that it's being acknowledged like that.
Okay.
That's all I care about. Like the logistics of it. Like that's one thing that I'm glad I'm not around for, because how do you have the logistics of this? Like and then there's so many people that are like have so many. Here, the thing is, I don't know what's going on, but in my mind, like being an adult and seeing how like business and stuff is run, like there's got to be some like a little bit of headbutting that like like people bumping heads that I wouldn't want to be a part of, because you might be bumping heads with somebody that you looked up to or looked up to you. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like
right, Worm.
like so like only thing I would want to do with that, and which I think everyone who wants to compete, just worry
Mm-hmm.
about competing and just worry about putting it out there and try to do it is original and b-boying as possible, which might mean is like what makes b-boying so like I used to have a homeboy named Panda, and he used to be in
Okay.
UMB. He said something to me that one time. He's like, b-boying is your soul manifesting in a physical form. Like I was like, yo, that's what it is. Because that's why, when you have these certain moments when your soul is coming through, the reminds, the machines, the K-mails, like those moments, that's your soul. That's something that can't be written down, or it can be written down, or what have you. But like in terms of seeing it, like that's the closest that we can get to seeing someone's soul is them rocking the beat, wrecking the circle, doing the original moves. If all I hope is that everyone brings that to the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
like don't make it so like, I mean, I love Battle of the Year, but when it's so showy, it almost gets boring,
Okay.
right? Like it almost gets like this guy's gonna get thrown up. This guy, like I want to see someone just like soul. I want to see someone like I want to see that we can demonstrate what we would see in raw circles, but on a big stage. That's it.
Mm.
That's the only thing I want to see is like just like that part of it, man, because that's gonna inspire people to keep doing that. Because I just want b-boying to still be the soulful element of it, of like who we are as souls, who we are as human beings, and so on and so on. But I want b-boying to be that. I mean, anybody can do a routine. Anybody, you practice long enough and you treat it like a sport, you can do so. You know what I mean? But in terms of getting those moments, those like certain people hitting certain beats at certain
Mm-hmm.
certain certain jams, that you replay that, and you can watch that right now and watch it 10 years from now, you still get that same feeling because you're seeing someone's soul manifest real
Mm-hmm.
life. I just hope that gets seen by the rest of the world. That's it. Just
Right.
that portion of it. Everybody else, I mean, of course, we're gonna have your moments of people spinning and flipping and doing some of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. And that's one thing I say about the new guys, man. They make impossible seem really, really possible, bro. Like for real,
I never
man.
seen it like that. Just something I want to add to what you were saying though. I heard this term that we're spiritual beings having a physical experience.
I see that.
That's what we are. We're
I hear you.
spiritual
Yep.
beings having a physical experience. Like Me and you are having a
Yeah, I
physical
hear
experience
you.
right now because this is the first time
Yeah,
that I've visually seen you, and you've known me. You probably knew of me maybe about what, like 25 years ago,
something like
and
that.
this is the
Yeah,
first time that we're seeing each other.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy, but like you know what I'm saying. Like that's how I know you though, because Flo, you know what I mean. Like Flo would be like, yo, yeah, I got this video, man, and I think you hit him down a few times. I knew there was one time in passing I saw you when you were rocking a
Okay,
circle, and you said what's up to Flo, and Flo
yeah.
said what's up to you, and I was like, yo,
Was that
okay.
that was probably at the summit though, right?
I want to say it
Yes.
was Mighty Four when Jin and
Yep.
Roland battled. You know what I'm saying? See, I know. Yo, bro, like I got this locked in here. I always remember those moments,
Yeah,
man.
that was a good time though, bro.
Yeah.
That was a dope. What was the last b-boy
What's up,
event? What was the last
Jacko?
b-boy event that you went to?
Uh, let me see. I think I went to like a local jam as a judge, but I was like, it was
Wasn't
so
feeling
like
it.
I don't know, man. It just felt, yeah, I just
You
wasn't
being
feeling it, man.
honest though,
And
bro.
then yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, man. It was just like whatever. Actually, no, you know what? It was just there was a jam that I went to. I got a picture of my son in it. It was I think it was a jam that Omar was throwing, and I took my son to it, and he just like, man, Marlon clowned me that whole time because like it was real quick. It was last minute. That was because like a lot of times jams like I got so many things going on. It's like I can't really commit to them, and it was like last second. Like yo, you're gonna go. So I threw on these dingy ass pants, dude. Marlon clowned me the whole weekend. He's like, well, "What are you wearing, fool?" I was like, "Dude, I didn't even know what was coming, man.
Right.
Give me a break, bro." Like, you know, it was one of those situations. But dude, clown me. He was like, "You about to go like mow some lawn or something like that with the pants, dude?" Because you know that big part of B1 is how you looked and presented yourself at jams. You know what I mean? Like you know we know like you know what I mean. Like you walk in like you gotta look
Right.
nice, man. And man, I'm not gonna lie, man, I look busted, dude. But it was just like one of those last minute, like, all right, cruising town. Let me just go hit it up. And that was
Hmm.
hella funny though. But yeah, I mean I have people that that want me to judge and stuff, man. But it's just so hard for me to get free, man. Even like linking up with this interview has like been really difficult because I got so many different things going on, man. Just it's
Yeah.
just nonstop. And like right now, like my all the kids are going to school, so like they have to be better at a certain
Okay.
time. So like I'm on vacation, so that's why I
Oh,
have a little extra time. Like
okay, I
yo, like
got you.
let me get like we said,
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm
thank
saying.
you for even doing
So
this though, Worm. Like I
it
said though, bro, like I've always respected you, even when I would watch the videos, because I know like you was like the little short dude with the bandana and used to do this like used to do like those double kicks though, bro. And they used to go behind your head. And that's the thing, like, yo, this dude is
yeah,
super flexible. I'm watching the VHS and I'm watching
yeah,
Jive Turkeys versus California, Jive Turkey versus, Havoc and Coral back at like B-Boy City. What was it like 4 or 5? Like the early ones though, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I know like was that your guys' biggest rivalry? Because I know that at one point in time, I think Havoc and Coral and Jive, you guys were going at it like for a while, bro.
Of course, they were the standard. You know what I'm saying? Like they were the standard. They were the crew that was running things, not just in Texas, but
Hmm.
like in at certain jams. Like yeah, of course they had their losses, but they would represent, and like that was the standard. Like once again, like you know, I respect you, but at the end of the day, I want to be
Hmm.
better than you, right? Like that's the competitive thing that we have in b-boying or in hip hop in general, right? Like I respect you, but at the end of the day, I want to try to be better than you and that's who we were to them. But it's crazy because it was like it set up like a domino effect almost. Like if with certain other crews that we came up with, that ended up one like you know Masters of Mayhem.
Right.
Shout out to Masters of Mayhem. You know like and that's what it was. But yeah, of course, if they're winning everything and you want, we don't go to a jam to
Hmm.
lose. Like you know what I mean? Like you want to try to win. It's like no matter how, even if you get taken out first round, but you still at least tried to win the jam. So them winning everything, of course, we wanted to beat them. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. And that yeah, we always man, bro, like John, man.
You
Oh my
like you
God,
was a
man. Like some of
hothead
these
though back
battles,
in the
dude.
day
Like
though,
oh my
bro.
God,
Bro, Little John though, bro, like that dude was ready to scrap.
dude, he just laid it all out there, man. That's who he was, man. He laid it all out there. Like dude, like there was one time I seen him like do that. You know that move that he does? He gets on his head and he
Oh
does
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
elbows,
yeah.
pow pow, right? Right, dude. Like there's a jam that that nobody really
Okay.
has, but I gotta find it. It's called Smelly Sneakers, the San Antonio Jam. It was me and Flo and Marlon. Uh, um, we battled, but like I want to say at that jam, John did that when he gets on his head and does the
Hmm.
elbow here. You know what I mean? But he did it so hard, like it's like he was beating up the floor. Fool. I was like, why are you so mad at the floor? Pow! And you could see it in his face, like all over his face, dude. Like, but that's who he was. It was all passion. It was all like, this is what this is. I'm gonna lay it all out there. And but that's who John was, man. And it was so crazy. He'd get like that, but he was the first one to give you a hug, like God bless you, bro. I'm like, like you just wanted to kill me a minute ago. But that's him in both forms. That's him as you know, being the savage that he needed to be to be on top. And then him being like letting his guard down, being like, "Yo, even though we just battled, like you're still my brother. Like we share a bond because it's almost like a brotherhood when you're b boy,
Hmm.
you know." Don't get me wrong. There's sometimes we're a little bit of friction, but once again, going back to that petty stuff, is like, was it really that big of a
Right.
deal? But you know, John's a good guy, man. But he laid it all out there, man. That was everything, man. He put it all out there,
So
man. I respect
right.
that,
So
man.
Wurm, was you going to Flavor to Burn though too? Was you going to those events?
No, man, like some of those, like my mom was hella strict when I was
Okay.
younger, hella strict. So like I couldn't really go to some of those jams. I only heard about those
Hmm.
jams, right? So I remember when shout out to Ernest, like Ernest won that jam with Blitz. Shout out to
Right.
Blitz too. Um, I heard about it, so that's when I heard about all the rumblings of Maya. Give a big shout out to Maya, bro. That dude was on another level, even from the shoes to the fits to the style of dancing. Like he was like he had that like that he had that it factor when he walked into a jam. He had like shoes that we, because you know, b-boy, man, you always want the dope shoes, right? He had shoes that like he had the golden shoes, which is the ones that Remind, like the Nike
Right.
Spirit on. Like Remind had those. Yeah, like so like I remember like going to a jam and he had those on and he was like doing all that weird bendy stuff. Like he always looked fly, like you know what I mean? Like, so shout out to Maya, man, for inspiring a lot of us to stay dope on our sneaker game and
That's
stay
what
fly,
breaking
bro.
was about to me. That's what it's still about though, bro. Like is even when I go to practice though, I come with the fresh kicks though, bro. And people like they're looking at my shoes like for a while, and I'm just thinking like, to me that's what the b-boy's always been about, bro. Is like when you show up, like you want your shoes because everybody's gonna look down and look at your shoes though, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to love, man, but you know I used to love looking dope in the shoes, but at the same time I had to wear the right shoe that fit right. Like you know, like yeah, people wear like Chucks. Like I have my foot like kind of goes like this, so I can't wear
Yeah.
flat shoes. So I mean I never wear Chucks or any of those like flat shoes, but I like or so I always wear like shoes that were like that you would go like play ball in, football in, or something like that because they had more support. So like that, and but going back to that, like to me, I think none of the shoes were built better than some of the retros because of the fact
Right.
that, um, uh, yeah, Havoc Maya, yeah, that dude was on point with all his shoes and his fits and just being like having that it factor and hearing the rumblings in
I want to
Flavor to
say something
Burn.
real quick though. I got my boy Ivan's brother on here. His name is Hocus.
Oh, Ivan's brother. Oh, okay. What's up,
Yeah,
man?
so
What's up, Hocus?
talk about that footage real quick that you said that I threw up with Ivan since he's on here. Like I know he likes hearing good things about his brother. You said that I put up a clip of Ivan, like was
Bro.
it today?
Well, yeah, it was today. I think it was today. Well, I saw it on my feed today, and it's so crazy. It's like he's so timeless. Like he's so timeless, bro. Like if you look at all his videos, like you could put it against any of the best clips right now. Like if you had like let's say you had a clip like a dream battle, this clip versus this clip, like you can put his old footage against some of the new guys, and you're like, damn, dude, I think Ivan would have rocked with them. I think Ivan could still rock with them right now for a fact. Like I remember watching the solo video and did not know. Like I remember like his hat flew off and the dude had long hair. I'm like, I didn't even know that fool had hair. I thought his head was built like a beanie and he just spun all the damn time. Because you saw that impossible footage, like when he went like this and did that shit. like to me, I was like, that's impossible. Like his head has to be built with a beanie built into it. So when his head flew off and his hair was out, I was like, this is some crazy shit. And he was flipping and flipping and flipping. God damn,
Yeah.
dude. But anyway, shout out to that guy's the man
So
right there,
when you
man.
guys first, when was the first time that you ever seen anything with Ivan?
Uh, what video was it? What they had a clip of Radiotron at the end. They didn't show the full Radiotron.
I'm trying to
Is it
think.
B-boy video is like a
Tribal
compilation, and
Beyond the
they have a
Circle?
clip of Radiotron. I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
if it was it was it Style Elements? What's the name of Style Elements' first
Strategic
video?
Monsters.
I think there might be like a little
Yeah.
snippet of that
Yep.
video of that battle. And see, I know my shit, dog. What's up? Give me one
What up,
second, man.
Devo? How's it going, Hocus? Yeah, bro. We just talking about
Yeah.
Ivan,
So
reminiscing
so
on some stories.
so
Yeah.
then I see Ivan do this shit. Boom, bam. Just, I was like, oh shit, this guy's incredible. And then from there, of course, you saw the other videos
Because
and
I know he
everything
was
that goes
coming
with
out to
it. It's just
Texas a
crazy
lot
shit.
though, bro. I think Ivan liked it out there.
See, I think he came to all the Flavor of the Burns when he would hook up Romeo.
Hmm.
Shout out to Romeo and all the crew, Buckshot, Raj, all you guys, man. You guys really like put it on for us, man. We always knew like around a certain time we had to get ready for our Super Bowl in Texas, which was
Right.
B-Boy City. Flavor of the Burn, they went to B-Boy City. You know what I mean? That was what we all worked towards, you know. And they put on for us and helped a lot of people get on because of the platform that they were allowed to kind of provide for us. So like that's some real shit, man. And of course, how could you not give it up to those guys? They're still doing it to this day. Like they're still
Hmm.
doing it, man. Yeah, yeah. I think they had like a stage jam just recently,
Where was
right?
this at?
I think it was the last B-Boy
Yeah.
City, right?
Yeah, the Renegades
Yeah,
was out there though, but I
yeah,
think the Renegades won the last one.
yeah. And who was the dude that was doing all the oh man, who was the other guy? The other hard hitter on their side, not the dude with the Vans, but the other dude. There's three of them. There's a dude with like a Vans. There was Rockstride, of course, and there was another guy, and he was hitting because of course I'm bad with names or faces because I'm not really in the scene like that. But he was hitting pretty freaking hard, dog. Like I was like,
Was he
damn, these
like a
dudes got
Latino
it, man.
dude?
I don't
Like a
know who it was
Latino
because,
kid?
but hey, man, like for real,
Because
like
there's some people,
it,
there's two,
Filipinos and Latinos could look the
right?
same.
Because
You know what
there's
I'm
two
saying?
dudes
Like
that's
that's
from
just
Mexico that's in the Renegades. That's why I
okay.
was asking.
There's a dude he's got some night, but I think he was hitting pretty hard with what jam did they do right after that? Like was it a
I think
freestyle
Yep
session?
did a freestyle session.
Okay, so it was freestyle. It was Rockstrite and the lanky kid with the funny
Oh,
feet. Like you know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like
okay,
does all the
okay.
like
That's his name is
okay,
Run. His
not
name is
him,
Run.
but the other
Yeah.
guy, not him, but the other
Oh, okay. I
guy.
know what you mean. I can't. Uh,
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to get it wrong, but I know I have an idea what you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, that dude was hitting hard at B-Boy City. I saw that. I was like, man, that dude's hitting it right there, dog. Like that dude's, cause like you can tell like when someone's doing their thing and that dude
Hmm.
was on.
So do you have any VHSs from back in the day? Still?
Bro, I don't even own a VHS player, dog. Like I don't even know what to do with that. I don't even know where
So
to
all
find
your
one, dude.
tapes,
And even then, I'm gonna have to get one of them old school like coaxial thing. Where would I get
I
that at, bro?
can tell you though, bro. To be honest with you, you can go to a thrift store and they sell VHSs still. I could buy a VHS at a thrift store for $20 if I want to.
Yeah,
Yeah. This,
you know what, man? I don't have any
okay.
footage
That's what
that way.
I wanted to
You know
know.
who's got a gang of footage? Omar. Omar's got a gang of footage.
Oh,
I'll tell you that right
really?
now. Yeah, cause you remember he was like a lot of that footage from like inside the circle. Like he actually like had the camera and was like filming that shit himself.
Mm,
Like you know what I'm saying? He made like so some of that footage is actually him like holding the camera and shit. Like practice jams shit like that.
mm-hmm.
Like that's Omar. Like because he carried that shit around with him. You know what I mean? Like yeah. And man, like, I remember that shit. That's man, fuck, dude. We used to practice all day long, 12-hour sessions, bro. Like just
That's what I was
nonstop, dude.
gonna.
Like I didn't have no furniture, dog. None. Just a TV, Xbox, a VHS player to play some footage, and then a linoleum floor, dog, and just getting
You
down all the
mean
time.
back when you were younger?
Uh, no, this is like when me and Omar kind of like would like chill every day, bro. Like we used to drive like and shout out to JR too, dog. JR man, that's my boy right there, man. But yeah, between that's how we know Petey Pablo, right? Because like JR, Omar, Pete, and shout out to my boy John. What's up, John? All them guys they were and with Milky too.
Yeah.
They were Milky. They had their own crew. Man, I forgot the name of the
Masters of
crew, man.
Mayhem.
But anyways, like when no no
Okay.
no no, it wasn't Masters of Mayhem. Oh, man, dude, I forgot the name of the crew. So, anyways, man, that crew they broke up, and we had did like a little side battle, and we entered with them, Omar, and Jr. And we were talking to AOL Instant Messengers, like, man, we'd be alright if we
Oh,
linked up, and that's how it got
br-
down, dog, just like that.
bro, I remember back in like I think it was 1990.
Fiends for Rhythm, hey, Fiends for Rhythm, that was the name of the crew, Fiends for
Oh,
Rhythm.
okay.
That's where Petey Pablo came from. He was the Fiends for Rhythm,
Uh,
dog. Yeah, Fiends for Rhythm.
some Van Peasy, he said something right now.
What's up, Vamp? That's my boy right there. Hey, Vamp showed me
Oh,
hella
really?
love, man. They used to have, yeah. So, youth advocates, right? Shout out youth advocates. That's how we linked up with a lot of people
Okay.
in Houston. The first time that we had a YA San Antonio, youth advocates in San Antonio, YA Houston. Houston was the headquarters. Um, we had planned a trip, but everyone like bailed out, and I was the only one that was going to go. And when I went, Vamp actually took me like took me out and about, dog. Like took me under his wing. So I'll always, man, remember that. That guy's always got a special place in my heart, man. Shout out to Vamp, man, because he took me out and about. We're driving around, and he took me to like different places to hang out and chill, and took me to places to eat. Like showed me a lot of love, man. Like real hospitality, man. Like for real. And he knows what's up, man. That's my boy right there. And yeah, that's how we linked up with all them people too. Like with like not Omar,
Okay.
Marlon, and because they were all part of youth advocates. Maya, that's how I knew Maya. And it's so crazy because like you're hearing the rumblings and going back to Flavor to Burn. I'm like, oh, that's that dude right
Oh,
there. Oh, that's Moy right there. That's and because that's how we linked up with from the Houston San Antonio connections with youth advocates. We go
okay.
hang out with them. Fast forward, youth advocates end up doing Hope in LA.
Mm.
That's how you so that's the connection. Youth advocates San Antonio, Houston YA to Hope in LA.
I used
Hope
to
in
go to
LA.
Hope in LA
That's how
though,
Marlon
bro.
got
That was the
out
spot.
there. That's how Marlon got out there.
That's
Yeah,
crazy though.
yeah.
Shouts out to Pebs.
It's crazy link
Yeah.
up, right?
Dang, bro, you're kicking too much b-boy knowledge though. It's crazy though, bro. Like you said, you know everything though, bro.
Yeah.
You're not even in the scene like that, but you
Yeah, I don't make, yeah, that's because those are real stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, those are how we linked up with people. Like that's real shit, man. That's why I give nothing but love to a lot of them people, man. Like I met Midas through them. I met Mosquito. I met all them dudes that because we actually battled, and we had like a, you remember what was that jam? That and this is the set that I remember the most when like Moy did the Moy did the air track, bam, 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 right? And then Reveal goes out there and does everything he's got. Like they do flip,
Oh
bam,
yeah.
bam. Like he does every single move that he has, like foot over the head, bam. Like
I think it
every
was
single
called
move. What was the name of
Concrete
that jam?
Session.
So that's how I know Knuckleheads. Oh, actually, fast we wind back. I know Knuckleheads. Shout out to Ben, Ronnie, all the Knuckleheads and Full Force, all you guys, Chris, man. I know
Yeah.
all you guys from we stayed in the same hotel freestyle session right next to him. And we just kicked it with them, we vibed with them, and they were cool, man. And they just my boys ever since, man. But yeah, so Full Force won that jam. But either way, we entered with like I want to say me and Flo entered me and Flo, my friend Caesar. He don't dance that much anymore, but shout out to Caesar that he came up with us. And my boy Nick and entered with Midas, and I want to say it was Midas and somebody else from Cali. I don't know if it was Stunts or G
Okay.
Wiz. It was one of them. I want I want to say shit. It might have been Stunts G Wiz
Hmm.
too. I forgot. But either way, but it was we had the crew name. No, it wasn't Stunts G Wiz because Stunts he was really good about this about naming stuff because we didn't have a name because we had Texas people and Cali people, and he was like he looked up. He was like Texas Cali, call it technicality. So we entered as technicality because Stunts
Okay.
gave us the name. But I don't know if it was a G Wiz.
Mm.
Not sure. I don't
Okay.
think so. It was somebody. I know for sure Midas entered with us.
Mm.
Shout out to Midas. Oh man, dude, Midas was
Yeah.
dope, dude. That dude could rock, man. That dude could rock,
Sound
bro.
like you.
He had the cool hair freestyle session, doing all the crazy ass moves and shit. Remember that shit? Freestyle session had the cool hair with the knee pads, had the groove shirt. Yeah, bro, I know my
Yeah,
shit,
bro.
dog.
It sounds like at that time breaking was everything to you, and I felt the same way though too, though, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah, it was
all the things
everything
that
to
you're
me, bro.
naming, This is like before the internet, though, bro. Before the internet.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah, for
think
sure.
those memories stick in our
Def-
mind and they burn in our soul because it's like you had to physically be there to see it.
yeah,
It's nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
can't
can't
even
even
explain it.
explain
Yeah,
it.
you can't bottle it up. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing you could say to ever kind of really get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? It was
Hmm.
just different, man.
Now looking back, Worm, like where you at today, like looking back, say like 20 some years ago, is there anything that you can say right now, looking back at your younger self, that you was like, man, if I could go back, I would change this.
Uh, I would say probably appreciate it
Appreciate it
more.
more.
It's to really appreciate it more. Like appreciate those moments. Um, so like certain jams, there's no feeling like collapsing the circle. Like you ever collapse the circle? I don't. I like you understand the concept I'm saying. Like you go out to a battle, and whatever round you do, whether it's in the circle or
Hmm.
in a battle, where you just kill it so
Oh
bad, the
yeah,
crowd is going
yeah,
crazy, and you don't even know what just
yeah.
happened.
I know.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? Those little like those moments, like I wish I would have appreciated them a little bit
Oh
more.
yeah, I
Does
know
that
what
make
you
sense?
mean.
Because no, you know what I'm saying? Like I think of that. Everything else, it is what it is. That makes me the person I am today, right? So, but at the same time, but I think I would have wish I would have just appreciate
Mm.
it more. Just appreciate it more because like you don't get those
You
moments
don't.
again, man. You don't get those moments again. Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
don't. I think you made perfect sense though. Like, thank you, Pebs. There's a girl out there in Texas. Her name is Pebbles. I don't know if you know her, but she go by Pebs. She's in a crew called Ill Milk's
Eh,
Crew.
I want to say, back in the
Yeah,
day, like of course you know everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. But it's so hard to keep up with everybody. Like sometimes, like I'll get like Instagram follows, and I'm like, yo, I remember that person. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like okay, and I follow back. I'm like, oh, I remember that person. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, like I seen them
Hmm.
around. You know what I mean? And yeah. So shout
Yeah,
out. But it was man, it was a good time in life, man. It molded me to the person I am today, man.
that's tight though, brother.
Like yeah, it's a good time,
Yeah.
man.
So Flo, he doesn't break anymore, does he?
Nah, man, he's got kids. Dude, he's a granddaddy now. How about that, dude? He's a granddaddy. Shout out to Flo being a granddaddy, man. That just good people, man. Like I said, man, if any of y'all like send him some positive energy in his family, man, like just some
Yeah.
good people, man.
Pep says she said I was in a crew called Female Fatale. When she met you, she said she met you before.
Yeah, so like here's the thing is like when around that time, it's like I like kind of like just didn't really like really remember that much like in terms of like crews and stuff. Like I
She said
remember
you
like
was an amazing b-boy
faces,
too.
moments, and situations. I appreciate
Yeah.
you, player. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, was like damn, dude. I wish I was. I wish like I was scratching the surface of like what I was gonna be, man. I knew it, dog. Like I remember this one round that I did at practice, and I said I'm gonna do. And mind you, I never done any of this stuff before. I said I'm gonna do this to this, get up like this, and do this. And these are all like power moves, like a air flare, windmill, flare. I style all of it, roll up, And I had it in my head, and everything the way I envisioned it in my head, it came out exactly the way I said it. Because it was like b-boy is like Rubik's cube, right? Like what move fits with this moment
Hmm.
with this, and I mix it together and I made it happen. I got up, I'm like, yo, I'm on my way. Then just things just got distracting and I just let it out, man. I just didn't keep up with it, man.
Right.
And then I tried to do it again. Like I said, it wasn't the same, man.
Mm. I know what you mean. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it
it's
crazy
just
though? Like when we think about it, like how we can use the internet like today, like to still connect with people, and even though it's like you're not currently in the scene, like it's like you're still part of a family because people still know who you are. That's
oh
what I
yeah,
like about the
yeah,
internet
definitely,
though, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
to me, I look at
yeah.
the very positive side of the internet, you know.
Yeah, Hector talking about jive jitsu. Hector does
Who's
jujitsu too,
Hector?
bro. That is a savage. What's up, Ivy? Hector
Oh,
from Jive
Hector
Turkeys,
from
dog.
Jive,
That
okay.
hey, that's that. Yeah, dog. That's the boy right there, man. He does jujitsu too. What's up, IBJJF champ? What's up, man?
See what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like us doing this interview, like just to see the smile on your face though, bro, like it's priceless to
Yeah,
me because I
yeah,
can still see you have that inner child in you though, bro. You still have that like that, you know, that love and that feeling that you felt 25 or
yeah,
27 years ago. I could see it in the interview. And that's the reason, that's one of the reasons
yeah,
why I do these interviews because brothers like yourself, like I want to see you guys, I want to see you guys talk about these stories and feel happy though, bro, because you're still alive. You know what I'm saying? You're still
yeah,
alive though. I don't want to
yeah.
wait till you pass away and every
That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to give you all the positive stuff, bro. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm trying to give you all the positive because all the other stuff like really is that
nah,
big of
that's
a
why I don't really
deal.
like to talk
Like,
about it because this
yeah, like man, whatever, dude. Like I want to give them a positive stories and stuff like that because of the fact that like that's one thing that looking back at it is like, man, it was so petty, dude. Like, oh my god, I can't believe we beefed over that. Like, can't believe we
um
beefed over
B-boy, do
that.
you
Like
remember
over that, dude.
B-boy.com?
Like, yeah, with the
Yeah.
forums, you call people
That's
out and
how
stuff on
I
the
think
forums.
that's how
Oh
I met
man,
Flo though, bro. I met Flo on B-boy.com.
you were calling him out. Like, you can't. Texas can't top. Like, you know,
Yeah, bro.
is
But
that
it
what
was
happened?
crazy though because everybody would just go on that site. It was like a forum that anybody would go on. Cujo would be there. I would be there. Romine would be there. Like everybody from all the people from Skill Methods would be on there. It was like a website, bboy.com, that was created by Fresh from LA Breakers, where it's like it's, you know, instead of being a,
That dude was mad cool when
oh
I met
really?
him, dog. By the way, I met him a couple of times at Hope Hollywood. Mad cool, show mad hospitality with. So shout out to Fresh. Like I said, going through these moments, man, these dudes are mad cool. Frankie Flav was mad cool. Ruin, shout out to Ruin, man, mad cool people, man. Open Hollywood, bro. I can't, man, it's so crazy how we all like are connected. It's like what is it, 6 degrees
Mm-hmm.
with Kevin Bacon? Like we all know each other through b-boying, dog. Like we know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
And
Isn't that
that's
crazy?
what I like though, bro. So that's the reason why I wanted to speak to you because I want somebody to see this video and to say like, damn, like that's what really breaking is about. It's like the battle's cool, but listen to the stories though, bro. Listen to these stories that like it's like it's like when somebody talk about skateboarding, like how Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, and everybody look up to those guys. It's like we have the same story, but it takes people like me and you
Yeah.
to share it without being negative. Because I know there's a real negative side to breaking, but for me, I like the good times though, bro. Like
Yeah, that's
I'm
it, man. Me
all about
too,
the
bro.
good times though, bro. I love.
And you bring
Mhm.
that to me, bro. And you bring that to me whenever I watch those like nostalgic clips of like of Ivan and
That's why I
Rewind
do it.
and like the different bro. It brings it to me like, man,
That's why
that's I
I
remember
do
that.
it though,
I
bro.
remember that.
Because I mean, the new stuff, I can watch it. I can see somebody do like 25 90s. And I'm like, okay. And then I can watch some footage of Ivan just do like a gainer, and bro, and do like 25 halos and the shoes fall off. And I'm just like, I get excited because I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
I know if I
yeah.
can appreciate
I
it,
remember that
I know
feeling.
that you guys can appreciate it. And that's the reason why I take time and do that. And people tell me, you get paid for that? I'm like, I just do it because I love it. Like, I'm not asking for money.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Like one thing I'll tell you is that I remember how I felt like the first time I saw that portion of that footage. Like I remember when I saw Crumbs in the battle and do the gainer to like back row windmill. Like
Yeah.
remember that with the 2-on-2? I think he was with who's
Mm-hmm.
with J Rock and it was him and J Rock against the
Yeah.
Renegades. Is that who
Mm-hmm.
it was? Right? And he did the gainer to like I remember like watching certain moments like that, how I felt like, oh my God, like that's real? Like you could do that's
Mm-hmm.
possible? Like I remember and so when I watch those clips and I scroll through them, I stop and it brings me to those moments of like kind of like, man, dude, like that shit's real. Like
Mm-hmm.
we could do that. Like that shit's possible. Yeah, so like that's what those clips do for me, man. Every time I kind of scroll through them and I see them, because I have real bad ADD, so I'm only allowed 5 scrolls. It's like if you're not in those 5 scrolls, bro, I ain't seen it. But for the most part, when one of those in there, I always stop by. I'm like, hey, I know that guy. Oh shit, click like
Right.
on that one, and then my ADD takes me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know
I'm
what
out.
you're saying though.
Kids running
I
around.
know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um, what somebody said, Jive versus California. I think I remember that battle though, bro. And I think
I,
Poe was
I wasn't
in
there
that
though.
battle though too,
I'm
though,
not gonna
right?
lie. Yeah, he went after I think he went after JR and JR did that face. You know, he's like this guy's coming after me.
I remember that though, bro. But
Yeah,
Stilo was like,
that
yo,
when
I
is Stilo
know.
not like that? Like that's
That's
who
who
Stilo
Stilo
was, man. You know
was,
what I'm saying?
though,
Like
bro. Like I
that's
didn't understand it
yeah,
when I
yeah.
was seeing him. I'm thinking like, man, this guy, he's so like Puerto Rico though, bro. But like Stilo was going hard though too, though, bro. He was going super
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
No, he did his thing, man. We there was a battle in Dallas that me and Stilo went back and forth. It probably was like
Okay.
nothing to him, but to me, it's like I'm going after Stilo. You know what I mean? Like that because you of course I'm coming up right, and you're battling these characters of like these 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 somewhat stars in our opinion, and we're going against them. Um, I didn't want to back down from it. I wanted to try to meet it head on. Like once again, to him it may have been nothing, but for me in that moment, it was like, okay, I'm not gonna back down from this situation. So let's go back and forth. And we did our thing. I think we lost to him, but it is
Hmm.
what it is. It was in Dallas. Somebody's got
Right.
the footage out there somewhere. Um, but yeah. Um, long story short, what were we
Well,
talking about? Like
yeah, we're
the
talking
California
Jive
battle?
versus
Yeah, I wasn't there.
California.
Yeah, I wasn't there. But they showed up, man.
Yo,
They showed up. The guys that went out there
who was
showed
the
up.
real skinny guy in Jive that could do like
Miguel,
yeah, Miguel.
Miguel. Yep,
I like
they were the brothers, bro. There was Sal was the forward guy. That's like those are man, those guys I still keep in contact with to this day. Well, Marcos, especially the younger brother, he I don't know if he was, but Sal was in that battle for sure. I think he was wearing the
hmm
pumps, the Reebok pumps that battle, doing the footwork. And then Hector was in that battle. JR was in that battle. Omar killed it. That Omar killed
hmm
that shit, dude. Omar killed that. JR killed that shit. Then Poe went after him. Yeah, man, it was a dope battle, man. Like they showed up, man. That's the one thing you say about Jive, man. Like we would show up, win or lose, we
How
show
many
up.
of you
You know what I'm
guys
saying?
when you
Like
guys were like
we
at your prime, how many people was in Jive?
I can't really say, man. Like I can't really say because like I wouldn't say like because my prime may have been different from like let's say Checo's prime or because like we went in spurts of like sometimes we would go up and go down. Like there was never a time where we saw prime jive turkeys of like all of us healthy, all of us good, all of us in a good headspace. Like there was never a jam that was like that. There was always missing a couple people here and there. Like if you look at any of our major battles, there's never a major battle where
Oh,
we're
okay.
all there. Like it's always somebody's
Pe-
missing. You know what
Peps
I'm
just
saying?
said
Like even
right.
that
No,
freestyle session.
Peps just said Vicious Germs versus Jive Turkey. Was that a dope battle for you at B-Boy
This is
City?
Jaren versus Jive Turkeys. Which
At
one?
B-Boy City.
I
Okay,
don't
she
remember
just
that one.
put that up.
B-Boy City, Jive Turkeys, Vicious Terms.
I used to like that dude Jesse Germs though,
Um,
bro. Like he started figuring out musicality though,
bro,
bro. Jesse Germs.
but he's bro. One time he smoked the fuck out of me at a Houston jam, dog. Bad, smoked me bad. I'm not even gonna lie, dog. And I was on point that jam too. I was doing some shit, dude. Like the battle before that,
She
I
said
was like,
B-Boy
oh,
City
dude, ain't
11.
nobody, dude. Which one was that one? Oh, okay. Was that the one
I'm not sure,
outside?
but she just said B-Boy City 11.
I
Okay,
don't know, man. Like so I gotta look at the footage
okay.
of that
What
one.
you were saying about Jesse Germs?
Yeah, he smoked me bad. Shout out Jesse Germ, dog. Like we had this ongoing jokes. Like when I stopped breaking, he would come up to me he's like, "Hey, since you're not breaking, can I have all your moves?" Like, bro, if you can do them, you can rock them. Cause I had stopped breaking already. But that battle, dog, like, bro, he put it on me so bad, dude. It wasn't even funny, dude. I had nothing to say. I was
He's
like,
a chubby
damn,
kind of
dude.
dude, huh? Right? He's kind of
Like
chubby.
that
I know.
don't mean shit. That dude can fucking play with the music, can fucking hit shit. Like that dude was on point, man. That dude was
I
good, man.
remember
He was
one
good
of the
people, man.
battles he did. He was battling, and he spit the gum up in the air, and it went back in his mouth on beat.
Bro, it hits like that every
Yeah,
time. Every time you see that, it hits the same way. Being in there in person is like crazy too. It's like so like he's a
right.
dancer, right? And that battle, I think that jam I went to Houston, I did good like the first two battles, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna kill this shit. I'm gonna kill this shit, you know. And I went against him, and mind you, this is the guy that always comes to me like, hey, can I have your move? So I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm gonna walk through this, dude. And no disrespect, but in my head, I was like, I'm gonna walk through this shit. Dude, he smoked me for 2 rounds back to back. bad, dude. It didn't matter what I did. He had the crowd, he had the music, the musicality, he had the vibe, he had the smile. I'm looking all pissed off because he's smoking the shit out of me. Like, what can I do? What can I do? But yeah, shout out Jesse Jern. That dude was sick, man. He is sick, man. Good people, man.
Man, though, like how long we been on the interview so far? 'Cause I know
I know, man. I
okay,
gotta get
okay.
going, dog. But hey, man, maybe we could do a part two of this, man. Hey, shout out to everyone that came on, showed love. Shout out to Mikey Ice, the b-boying historian. Uh, love what you're doing for the culture. Love what you've done for us and our end of the coast. You know what I mean? Like between me and Flo, what you inspired us because sending those footage and stuff like that, that really kind of moved. We knew what we were up against and what we did. So you prepared us. So shout out to you for that, man. And keeping it going and doing the same thing and being the same person that you've been since back
Okay.
then, man.
Thank you once again, though, brother. I appreciate you. And like you said, we can do a part two at another time. I'm just glad that we got the first one. Thanks to everybody watching.
Thank you,
Keep
man.
watching. I got B-Roll Trinity from Problems Crew. I got Elmo from Street Masters coming. I got a bunch of people coming though, bro. This is gonna go on like I'm going
Elmo.
hard all year though, bro.
Hey, man. You should
Yeah,
start a
that's what I'm
podcast,
gonna
bro.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know, bro. I'll be down to
All right.
rock anytime, bro.
Yo,
Appreciate
yo,
everybody.
Hocus. I want
Appreciate
to
you,
talk
Mike.
to you when I get off right now, but yeah, thank you for watching though, man. Peace. All right.
Peace, bro.